So, folks, we have a very interesting thing going on in America right now, and I gotta tell you, I am pretty stoked about it because it's probably gonna help deter a lot of the gun control activities from the ATF and whoever else wants to join them. I do want to start this by saying that the Second Amendment is not just for you or me, it's for everyone. Doesn't matter your skin color, doesn't matter your sexuality, or if you think you're a dog or whatever. The Second Amendment is absolute. There's no interpretation of it. There is no if, ands, or buts. There is no, oh, I think I'm smarter than the Founding Fathers, or I feel like I can interpret the Second Amendment for the entire world. There is none of that here. Pick something else to interpret. Pick something else to talk about. If you can't get on board with something that is not a problem in America, then stop talking about it. Because if you're against it, that's when we're going to have problems. But there's been a couple of articles that have came out about the LGBTQ plus, I don't know if I forgot a letter there, community buying guns in crazy amounts before Trump's election. I probably should have prefaced this video with saying that this is probably very good, but it's also bad. Let me go over the bad part first. I think the bad part is, what if they're planning something? What if they're planning on doing something on Inauguration Day? So that's always a possibility. I'm really hoping that's not going to be the case, but we just don't know until we know. That being said, the New York Post put out an article saying LGBTQ liberals start arming themselves over baseless fear of being placed in concentration camps. You know, I read this and I just shook my head. Like, Trump is a Christian. Trump would never do anything like this. Trump is pro-America. You know what America is? America's freedom. That's what it is. That's what it's based on. So how would someone like Trump be a fan of putting people in camps or slavery or any of that? But this is a real fear, apparently. I mean, listen to this woman.
I can't do this anymore. I'm literally sick. I'm literally sick to my stomach. What has happened to America? What has happened to democracy? What has happened to freedom? I'm done. I'm
And I chose family. I chose family. I chose women. I chose America. I love you. I love all of this. Let's do it. Let's do this. I'm sorry. No. Why? Why? Do you really hate me that bad?
Yo, I'm scared to go to sleep. I might wake up a motherfucking slave.
This is the problem with the media nowadays. They perpetuate Trump as this new Hitler, and it's absolutely nonsense. So the inauguration is right around the corner here, and America's economy is still in the dumps. The value of the dollar continues to go down. We continue to print money and are continuing to give money to other countries, which everyone hates. That being said, now is the time to start diversifying your portfolio into precious metals, and the only company I trust to do that is American Hartford Gold. They have a 5-star rating on the Better Business Bureau, competitive pricing. So when you call in, tell them that I sent you, and they will give you up to $15,000 of free silver on your first order. But when you call in, you're going to talk to an expert. They're going to give you their best advice as far as what makes sense depending on your current situation. But I got to tell you, gold and precious metals have stood the test of time. So give American Hartford Gold a call today, and a big thank you to them for sponsoring today's video. So there's some interesting stuff that came up here. It says, although precise figures regarding LGBTQ gun ownership are tough to ascertain given the small cohort, the Liberal Gun Club told the outlet that it's received thousands of firearm training requests since the election. So this is all kind of interesting, but I kind of want to go through some pictures here, and I think this is probably why some people are concerned about this. But at the end of the day, everybody's got the right to self-defense. Everybody can own a gun. It's what we believe in the Second Amendment community, and kind of is what it is. But they got this one with all the guns on the rainbow flag. They have this, like, I don't know, club called Pink Pistols, and it says, armed gays don't get bashed. I mean, there's probably some truth to that. But why don't we listen to some of these folks talk about just their experience with guns? Because I think it's just pretty damn interesting how that side talks.
So, Tequila, your motivation for having and carrying that iron and that peace is not what we think and what this segment is about. You've always carried some iron.
Yes,
a
always.
peace.
Always, always. Sexuality doesn't have anything to do with it. It's just, to me, your demographics play a factor. Your raising, you could have been raised around guns. Your daddy could have been a hunter. Your daddy could have been a pimp, a gangster, anything. So for me, I use it for self-defense, of course, and protection, but not just because of my sexuality, just because I'm a female living in a crazy world.
Just like her, I didn't get one because I was trans. I just got one just because I was raised around that type of stuff. And my mama always said, you need to get a gun just because it's dangerous out here. Just for being black, then trans, then being a lady. They look at us as easy targets, but just like you said, now that everything is happening, I advise every trans person and anybody in the community to go get a gun.
My perspective is because I'm openly gay man, we're viewed as weak, that we're fruity, they say, and you
But I see you shooting them hoops and
you
stuff.
cannot run up on me though. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? Like
right.
I'm not gonna let you do that, and so I have it for self-defense, and then I'll call Tony Busby for defend me in court. But I have my right to exercise to hold a gun, and I think that when I walk into a barber shop dressed like this for a haircut, they're gonna sniffer, and some people don't accept me for being this way, and I'm ready.
So let me tell everybody why this is a good thing. One, red flag laws are going to be pretty much unenforceable after stuff like this. Because how do you say, oh, well, this person feels depressed today, or this person feels like they're struggling in life, we got to take away his gun, but then a guy who legitimately believes he is a woman, even though he's got a dick, owns a gun, and that's not a mental illness, that's not a threat to society? See what I mean? If you're a person of logic, or at least try to be, and you say, okay, this person's too nuts to have a gun, but this person doesn't even know what kind of person they are. They think they're a dog or an alien or a wolf. We've heard it all. So what can we take from this? Well, one, this is a very good thing for the Second Amendment community, and two, the ATF and anybody trying to enforce laws against law-abiding Americans. And when I mean law-abiding, I mean constitutional Americans, not, oh, wow, you've got XYZ trigger in your gun. You're breaking the law. No, they're not doing anything wrong. It's an administrative law, and they're jokes. When you start getting those urges to go after those people, just remember, now there are dudes who dress up like women that have guns. So whatever reason you think you need to go red flag somebody or whatever it is, just remember that.